Penguins. At first glance, they appear innocent, dressed in charming black and white tuxedos, waddling clumsily across snow-covered landscapes. They're icons of cuteness, immortalized in documentaries and cartoons. But don't let their comical appearance fool you. These birds are survivors, warriors, and hunters. Beneath that feathered facade lies a predator and a fighter, perfectly adapted to master some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Penguins are, quite simply, far more dangerous than they seem. And by dangerous, I don't mean they'll come after you like a raptor or eagle. Penguins are dangerous because they're relentless. Their environments are unforgiving, yet they dominate. Their rivals are deadly, yet they persist. To understand why penguins deserve your awe and perhaps a touch of fear, we need to explore what truly makes these birds a force to be reckoned with. Let's start at the beginning. Penguin evolution. Millions of years ago, penguins made a dramatic evolutionary choice. Instead of perfecting the art of flight, they adapted to life in the ocean. Over time, their wings morphed into flippers, their bones became heavier, and their bodies streamlined for aquatic speed. What does this mean? Penguins may look clumsy on land, but in the water, they transform into torpedoes. Take the gentle penguin, for example. It can reach speeds of 22 miles per hour underwater, faster than most Olympic swimmers. To put it bluntly, in the ocean, a penguin is not prey but predator. Its body is built for the hunt. Their flippers slice through water like knives. Their streamlined shape reduces drag, allowing them to twist, turn, and accelerate with mind-boggling agility. And at the front of this biological weapon is their sharp, hooked beak. That beak is far more menacing than it appears. It's designed for one purpose: to pierce and hold onto slippery prey. Penguins hunt fish, krill, and squid, animals that dart and evade predators. But penguins are relentless. Once they target their prey, escape becomes impossible. And here's the kicker: their tongues are lined with backward-facing barbs called papillae. These spines lock prey into place, ensuring that no fish can wiggle free once caught. Now imagine you're a tiny fish swimming in Antarctic waters. The water is freezing, the visibility is low, and you're swimming with your school, hoping to stay safe. Suddenly, a blur of black and white shoots toward you. Before you can react, you're gripped by a beak lined with spines. There's no escape. For that fish, the penguin is a silent, deadly predator. And penguins don't hunt solo. These birds are surprisingly strategic. Many species hunt in coordinated packs, working together to corral schools of fish into tight clusters. Once the prey is cornered, the penguins take turns darting in, picking off fish one by one. It's teamwork at its finest. And for their prey, it's a coordinated nightmare. Let's not forget where penguins live. The Antarctic, home to emperor and Adelie penguins, is one of the harshest places on Earth. Temperatures plunge to minus 60 degrees Celsius. Winds howl at over 100 miles per hour. There's little food, constant darkness for months, and predators lurking under the ice. Yet penguins don't just survive, they thrive. Consider the emperor penguin, the largest of all penguin species. During the Antarctic winter, male emperor penguins endure a brutal test of endurance. After the female lays a single egg, the male takes over the responsibility of keeping it warm. For 2 months, he balances the egg on his feet, covering it with a flap of skin called a brood pouch. He doesn't eat. He doesn't move much. Instead, he stands in the darkness, battered by freezing winds and snow, living off his fat reserves. The temperatures drop so low that the air itself freezes. Yet these penguins endure. They huddle together in massive groups, creating a fortress of warmth. Those on the outer edges take the brunt of the cold, shielding those in the center. Over time, they rotate positions, ensuring that no single penguin freezes to death. It's a cooperative survival strategy that highlights their intelligence and determination. When spring arrives and the chicks finally hatch, the parents face a new challenge: feeding their young. Penguin parents travel hundreds of miles across ice and open ocean to hunt for food. They return with partially digested fish, which they regurgitate to feed their chicks. But the dangers are ever present. Predators like leopard seals and skuas are always on the lookout for vulnerable penguins. Yet penguins don't give up. If a skua swoops into a colony to snatch a chick, the parents fight back. Penguins use their sharp beaks and powerful flippers to fend off invaders, sometimes even killing birds that get too close. These battles can be intense, with penguins slashing and pecking with surprising ferocity. For a creature that looks so innocent, penguins can be ruthless defenders of their young. Now, let's talk about penguin colonies. From a distance, they look charming, tens of thousands of penguins huddled together, waddling around, and calling to one another. But up close, it's a different story. Penguin colonies are chaotic, loud, and often violent. During the breeding season, male penguins compete fiercely for nesting spots and mates. These battles can get ugly. Male penguins use their flippers as weapons, delivering powerful slaps to their rivals. A flipper slap might not sound dangerous, but consider this. Penguin flippers are strong, muscular limbs covered in dense, tough feathers. A single slap can bruise, and repeated strikes can draw blood. Then there's the stone stealing. Many penguin species build nests out of small rocks. Males gather these stones and present them to females as part of their courtship ritual. But in a crowded colony, resources are scarce. Some penguins resort to stealing stones from their neighbors. When caught, these thieves are often attacked, leading to violent confrontations. It's a constant battle for resources, territory, and survival. Penguins face new challenges in the form of climate change. Melting sea ice threatens their habitats, forcing them to travel further for food. Shifting ocean currents disrupt fish and krill populations, making hunting even more difficult. Yet penguins, true to their nature, adapt. Some species have relocated their breeding grounds to more stable areas. Others have changed their hunting patterns, diving deeper and traveling further to find prey. This ability to adapt is what makes penguins so remarkable. They are not passive victims of their environment. They are resilient, determined, and endlessly resourceful. They've survived predators, harsh climates, and now climate change itself. So, what makes penguins dangerous? It's not just their sharp beaks, powerful flippers, or strategic hunting skills. It's their relentlessness. Penguins are survivors. They dominate environments that would kill most animals. They hunt with precision and teamwork. They defend their young with ferocity. They endure brutal winters and adapt to a changing planet. Behind that charming exterior is a creature of incredible strength, intelligence, and willpower. Penguins may not be dangerous in the way an eagle or hawk is, but they are warriors of survival. They've mastered the art of thriving where others fail. They're not just cute birds in tuxedos, they're survivors, fighters, and masters of their domain. And that, in itself, is something to respect.